Welcome to the 10th episode of WWR, the weekly wrestling review. I'm Joe, your host for this week, joined by the usual suspects.
John.
Me.
Wes.
And tonight we are going to discuss against all odds the pay-per-view results. We didn't get a chance to do predictions because of the weather. Held us up for like 2 weeks, so.
Fuck you, Mother Nature.
Bitch. 4 feet of snow.
More coming.
We also have some other TNA news as well as WWE news. We'll start off with the against all odds results. There was an 8-card stud tournament. In the first round, the Pope defeated Desmond Wolf, which was a shocker. I would have thought Desmond.
I would have picked Wolf.
Yeah. The second round was the tag champs Matt Morgan and Hernandez faced off against each other. Matt Morgan defeated Hernandez.
That's what I would have picked.
I would have picked. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Mr. Anderson or
Kennedy
defeated Kurt Angle.
Ooh,
Probably
ooh,
the shock of the night.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Probably the match of the tournament too.
I don't know.
You know us, we never see him. I would have picked Angle, but anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have definitely had picked Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
I would have picked Kurt Angle to win it all. I would
Mhm.
Angle
picked
against
him.
everybody else in the tournament.
Yeah.
He would have won.
Him and anybody in this? Oh.
Abyss defeated Mick Foley and upset Eric Bischoff because Bischoff wanted him to use a barbed wire badge that didn't get used.
Yeah.
Bischoff didn't get his way. In the second round, the Pope defeated Matt Morgan.
How did he do that?
Who would have ever thought that?
I would have picked Matt Morgan.
Ezekiel, or no, not
Mr. Ezekiel.
Fun show.
Elijah Burke.
Elijah Burke, yes, the former Elijah Burke. It was something with an E, goddammit. Get off my back.
It's been a while.
Mr. Anderson defeated Abyss. I kind of would have thought like if
If he can beat Kurt, he can beat me.
Yeah.
True. I would have thought it would have been Anderson and Angle, but
That's what I thought too.
matched up.
As the final.
And in the final match of the 8-cut stud tournament, the Pope defeated Mr. Anderson.
In WWE, Elijah Burke couldn't beat Chavo, but he beat Mr. Anderson. I don't know. I don't know either.
Hey, he's really impressive.
really
I mean,
can,
he's
yeah.
got some
I do
moves.
like
mean,
it,
He
yeah.
can go. So I mean, it's
spoken.
that's kind of what I like about TNA. They give some of the guys that over in WWE would be relegated to
R-Truth.
curtain jerker. Yeah.
Came quick with a nobody. He's a 3-time champion over there.
And he comes back and what has he done since? Should have stayed in TNA.
I'm pretty Ricky.
Couldn't even get in the building. The Nasty Boys defeated Team 3D when, surprise, Jimmy Hart showed up.
The Mega Boy.
Yeah.
So, I'm wondering if Jimmy Hart going to be there permanently.
He's on the TNA roster. They have his picture up, so.
What a surprise. Him and Hogan are buddies.
Beefcake will be showing up next week.
Yep.
Anyone who's
Horace Hogan will be there.
Hogan's going
Man
to
with
be
no name.
knockout.
Tuesday is the national anthem.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
John Flash and Orton will all be there. Yeah.
She's supposed to also, from what I had heard, maybe training to be in the ring.
Oh God.
Oh.
That singing career didn't pan out.
And in the World Championship match, AJ Styles successfully defended his title against Samoa Joe.
They fought 100 times, so.
Yeah.
I would have picked AJ, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And in other TNA news, Scott Steiner and TNA part ways. His contract was up, and TNA said it's been nice having him. So Big Papa Pills is out of a job.
That's okay.
Just hopefully Scott Hall will go with.
Sid will be coming in soon to take his place.
Who?
Sid.
Oh, yeah. I think it's Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I don't see Steiner coming back to the WWE.
No, I don't either.
He didn't like it here the first time.
So,
I think he's done.
I think he's hanging up his boots and all that.
Putting the needle down.
He can go be the big bad booty daddy of the corner.
Yeah. Put his muscles back.
What do you think that meant? Big Papa Pumpa's your hookup. He was dealing in the back.
And his buyer was Jeff Hardy.
Apparently so. In WWE news, the WWE is going to be dropping Survivor Series. They're going to be going with a gimmick pay-per-view lineup, and the lineup is follows like this. After WrestleMania is still going to be around.
Thank God.
Yeah.
That's the thing they got.
See you next year.
And, in April will be Extreme Rules, which that's
They get rid of
They've done that
ECW
before.
and then they have
Yeah.
it.
We have Extreme Rules.
May will be WWE Wildcard, which sounds pretty interesting. It's going to be a roulette-style show. It's kind of like that old
WCW.
spin the wheel, make the
Yeah.
deal. That could be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it ain't rigged anyway.
Well, it will be.
Oh,
Well,
Lord.
it is.
June will be Fatal 4-Way, which every match will be contested under Fatal 4-Way rules, I'm assuming.
Or maybe the main events, maybe.
Could be cool.
Yeah, that might be cool.
Of course, we
July,
the 4 guys, but yeah.
Yeah.
July will be Money in the Bank, so you won't see Money in the Bank at WrestleMania anymore. Are they doing it this year, or are they doing no Money in the Bank?
I haven't
for
heard
this
much.
WrestleMania?
I haven't heard much about it.
anything
Yeah.
either. Which that sounds really cool. I mean, if this, I'm assuming that it's going to be kind of like the old King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Qualify to get in. The main event will be the Money in the Bank ladder match,
Mhm.
which could be really interesting, but it could also kind of suck because if the guys wrestle 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
before the thing, you know, you're not going to see like the things like with Shelton going up to the top and jumping in
Yeah.
off a 15-foot ladder into a
I
group
think
of guys.
the
It's
best
gonna be
part
too
of
fucking
about it's going to
tired.
be it's going to keep. Remember, like Flair was in it one year, and Finley,
Yeah.
and Mark Henry and Kane. I think it's going to keep those guys out because they ain't going to be able to wrestle 3 or 4 times a night. You know what I mean? I like it better when it's guys like Evan Bourne and Kofi and Punk,
Yeah.
guys that can fly around the ring and wrestle all night.
But if that's the main event, then you might have guys like Cena, and to get on the pay-per-view too.
Well, they'll probably have them as in
Yeah, that's
between
true, yeah.
matches,
Yeah.
you know, so the guys have some time to rest.
I would like to see
Yeah.
it. Wouldn't it be also Money in the Bank with like Cena or Triple H, all the main eventers
Yeah.
fighting for a title shot? That'd
Mhm.
be cool.
Sheamus.
Who?
He's not a main event.
He wouldn't go to the ladder because he'd be too close to the lights. He'd get a tan.
No, not the light.
August is still going to be SummerSlam.
Good.
September is going to be Night of Champions, which I really like Night of Champions.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think it's a good concept that all the titles are defended. You know,
Mhm.
so.
We were at those past years. It was good. Yeah.
Well, you know, because the thing that I didn't like was like some of the pay-per-views kind of got away from like certain belts being defended.
Yeah.
Like Royal Rumble and stuff, you know. I mean, like this year they had it, but some of them, like, you know, the Intercontinental Champion would be in a tag match. Like, what the fuck? I'd like to see him defend his belt on pay-per-view.
Yeah, but-
Because you never see him defend it on
WrestleMania
TV.
that year, the tag belts was a dark match.
Yeah.
The tag titles.
We had a
And
Kid
they-
Rock concert instead.
They said that, like, you know, like, they say about, like, oh, well, like, an example, like, Jeff Hardy was, like, Intercontinental Champion for, like, 8 months or something. Oh, yeah, because he never defended the fucking thing. Every time he should have been defended, he was in a tag match or in some other kind of match, so I kind of like that. October is Hell in a Cell, which kind of makes sense, Halloween time.
Mm.
And inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, finally, well-deserving, long overdue, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Mhm.
Well, Wes, you probably don't remember as well as the 3 of us do, because it's way before your time, but DiBiase was never held any major singles titles in the WWE, except for, well, his
His own traded belt that he
$1
does.
Million
$1 million
Championship, which only 3 people held, him,
Virgil.
Virgil, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. But he was, I believe, a 3-time tag team champion with Mike Rotundo or IRS as as Money Inc. So, but was always a major threat to Hogan and Macho and all the guys who all ever had the belt.
Warrior, he fought all the main guys, yeah. I would like Ted DiBiase. I never a problem with him.
Mhm.
Gotta have the
Should've been
best
in
laugh
a
in
while.
all the wrestling. Come
Yeah.
on.
And you got the Oriental dude just got nominated.
That's next week, Kev.
Oh.
That didn't happen yet.
Oh.
And our WWR Hall of Famer, is my pick this week, was Owen Hart. Should be in the WWE Hall of Fame, but unfortunately his